Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Learn Along with Lana, and for the second episode of my series Breads from Around the World, we are traveling to, drumroll please, France, and we are making beignets. So for that, I took milk, sugar. I used castor sugar. I learned from my mistakes, and then I added yeast and I added a lot of vanilla extract because I love vanilla, and then I added a pinch of salt, and then I mixed it all together. And here's where I messed up. I forgot to add the egg, and I will realize that a little bit later in the video, but I forgot. Why did I say that one thing in American accent and the other in British? I'm sorry. And then I made one more mistake. I should have added the wet mixture into the flour, but I did the opposite. And now that I have added flour and butter, because you have to add butter after you should after you start kneading, and then you have to let the dough rest for 2 hours. And this was my dough after 2 hours. Then I took a tray and I put some flour on it, and then I added the dough of my beignets on that. You know what, I feel like beignets was one of the easiest things that I have made yet. I mean, yeah, breads are easy, but really want to learn how to make sourdough. But I am not very talented yet to make sourdough. But anyway, so I just added more flour and then I started rolling it. And you know what? Rolling it was really satisfying. It was one of the pillowest dough that I have ever worked with. It was so soft, so nice, and it felt really amazing while doing it. It took a lot of effort, not gonna lie, because the tray was really slippery. I should have had a little bit of wet paper towel underneath it so that it uh, did not move as much as it did when I was rolling the dough. So when I rolled the dough, I wasn't trying to make a circle out of it, but it did turn out to be a circle, and I used kitchen scissors to cut it because I have free will and I can do that. And it's just me who is going to eat, and those scissors are only used for kitchen use strictly. So if I have to cut any vegetable or sometimes do, I use those scissors and nothing else, and then we disinfect the scissors. And here I was trying to cut the dough with a knife, and then I realized that it was a really big mistake because it wasn't cutting really easily. I cut the part where I was struggling. I was struggling for straight 2 minutes, and then I took my pizza cutter out, and it was really easy to do it. Or cut the dough into pieces with the pizza cutter, because um, I don't know why I use because literally, ironically, so much. But I love using those words, literally, ironically, obviously. I love using those words. These are my favorite words, I would say. And then I wasn't going for aesthetic. I am not a Pinterest worthy person when I cook. I try to be Pinterest worthy, but my dishes does not turn out to be Pinterest worthy at all. So now we have to let it rest for the second rise again for 20 minutes, and then you heat some oil, neutral oil. And I took this pan, I don't know why, because I wasn't really trying to use much oil, but this pan was really shallow, so it was a shallow bottom pan and it did not help with the frying. But anyways, it turned out really good. So I started, when the oil was hot enough, I started adding the puffed, raised, raised the beignet dough, which was um I forgot what was I saying. Okay, it's fine. I'm a human. I can forget stuff, and I'm really not trying to teach anyone anything. I'm just learning and trying to inspire people that if I can do it, so you can. Because I wasn't even cooking much for my. I started cooking 3 months ago. I was only making eggs, and can't even make good ramen. So if I can do all these things, so you can. And then I started plating. I don't have any dishes which are really made to put beignets in, but I had this one, so I used it. And then I put my not so perfect beignets, but it's not bad for the first try, right? And then I took my jar of powdered sugar, then I took a sift and I poured the powder, sifted the powdered sugar on top of it, cosplaying Tiana. While I was cosplaying Tiana, but I don't have a prince, or I don't even want a prince, so it's a good thing that I don't have one. So
My
then
sister and my niece here. Last time it was my nephew, this time I have my niece. So I'm not going to show her obviously, but I'm going to make her taste. She can just give her thumbs up. Oh, she's dancing, so it's a good one. I'm going to make this. No, wait. I'm going to make my sister also taste it. Wait. Look how small of a bite my sister took.